the fifth straight game in this homestand. Your group's held a team under 100 points. Just what are you seeing out of them on the defensive end, and how impressive was that fourth quarter stretch tonight?
That fourth quarter was impressive. I just think these guys locked in, stuck with the game plan, sat down and guarded one-on-one, tried to do a better job of defending without fouling, but just the intensity, the focus, the sticking with the game plan, making every shot tough. I just thought our guys just continued to guard, continued to battle, didn't let it get away from them. But it was really that push in the third that got us, feeling better about it, and it gave us the momentum.
Jamal, we spoke a lot about the impact that Paul George and Joel Embiid could have for Philadelphia. They finished 9 for 30 tonight. I saw Franz was guarding him a lot. What did you just like about their defensive effort against those two? I mean,
we can't say enough. You cannot say enough about the intensity and the focus that these guys have and the willingness and want to guard. This group takes pride in the way in which we guard and following the game plan and taking care of home more than anything. We have the crowd and the fans that have been absolutely amazing behind us. And on top of that wills our guys to just keep going and keep fighting.
You mentioned that will to keep fighting. Down by 10 in the third quarter, shots aren't falling. Philadelphia's kind of getting the line. McCain gets loose a little bit. Where does this team kind of find that resolve to blow games open like this? Just another effort where the defense kind of steps in and says that you're done.
Well, we talked about it at halftime. A little bit. Didn't have really any transition baskets. We were getting stops, but we weren't getting out and running the way we should have. And then in that third and fourth quarter, that's what happened. I mean, I look up one time, I think Moe they got a transition basket. They call a timeout. Moe's getting the crowd going. And then everything from there just started to funnel. And then we got that thing to, I think, +1, going into the fourth.
We've seen what Jonathan Isaac can do, but tonight against Embiid, what was that battle like? And what does it say for him to play 25 minutes after playing a back-to-back earlier this week?
I mean, just his growth and what he does for this team and what he means to this team. I mean, just like we talked about before, Franz did a great job on PG, but J.I. had him some, Kenny had him some, and then he switches from, Paul George to Embiid, guards him one-on-one, then gets a double team here and blocks shots at the rim. He's doing so much for us as a group that, we really need him out there on the floor.
Coach, completing the undefeated homestand here, obviously down Paolo, down Wendell. The front court, the bigs, still doing a great job on defense, even including somewhere in there got a back-to-back. How big is it for that group to have stepped up to remain this Magic team being so famous for size and defense?
It speaks to who we are and who we've been as a team. It's by committee. And no one's feeling sorry for whatever's happening for some guys being out, because someone's going to have to step up. And each night it's been someone different. Obviously Franz is carrying a heavy load right now, and he's doing an unbelievable job of that at stepping up on both ends of the floor. He is playing incredible basketball on both ends of the floor. And each guy with our big stepping up, Goga doing a tremendous job, Moe coming and doing a tremendous job. You used to have, J.I. playing both sides of the ball, doing the right thing for this group, and that's what it's been.
It was 8 points for Jalen in the first half. He had a couple open looks, just wasn't knocking them down. What was the turning point for him in that second half to just, kind of ignite the team?
I really think it's just, and this is, I'm jokingly, but the bigger the moment, the bigger the shot for him. The bigger the moment, the bigger the shot. Because then I said it to him after the game. I said, you have not been shooting it, and you didn't shoot it great, but you hit the one that counted, and you made the free throws when they counted. And I think that's so important for him because he understands the amount of work that he puts in, and he's going to continue to put that work in. It's not thinking about the ones that you miss. It's thinking about the next one that you get. And he stepped into that last one with the utmost confidence like he had never missed a shot before. And I think that's the level of confidence that this group has because of the work that they put in and each guy has.
Coach, you guys were able to get 11 offensive rebounds and outscore them 18-8 on second chance points. Can you talk about how crucial that was for you guys tonight?
That's big. Just winning the possession battle. Our ability to crash the glass, our ability to create more possessions in the game. Obviously, because we did turn it over a ton, but we were able to turn them over a ton as well. But the ability to get the extra possessions is so important for this group. Obviously, because we weren't necessarily making shots, so there was a lot of, rebounds to go get.
Thank you, Coach Mose.
Thank you.
Mo, your group has held them under 100 points in all 5 games of the homestand. To see your team do that over a 5-game stretch, and especially in that fourth quarter tonight, what are you seeing out of your guys on that end of the floor?
Yeah, I would just say an effort and a willingness. It's a lot. It's fun. I'll be honest with you to kind of be able to turn that on. I think we still have a lot of potential to be more consistent and more disciplined, but obviously this was at home. It's a lot easier at home, but we hope this travels, and obviously it's a very nice feeling to have that be on our side, that we can turn it on defensively like that.
Mo, you mentioned being at home a little bit. You had a moment, I think, either in the third or fourth quarter where you seemed like you were trying to egg the crowd on a little bit as you guys were trying to rally back. What's going on in your head in those moments as you guys are trying to battle back in a contest like this?
Well, I mean, they hold me accountable if I miss a shot, so I better hold them accountable if they don't get up and support us. So, it's just a love thing. No, seriously though, you need them. That's why we play at home. You need that energy. We feed off of that, so sometimes I take it upon myself to be the instigator in that sense. But it's all love. I need that. We need that, and obviously at the end of a third quarter, that's a big momentum swing, and trying to milk that as much as you can while staying grounded and focused.
Mo, you brought the energy really in the coming in at the end of the first quarter and playing against Embiid. Can you talk about the challenge of going up against a guy like that, just for yourself and then collectively as a unit?
I would love to take that credit, but I'll be honest with you, Jonathan Isaac guarded him every time I was in there with him, and he did a heck of a job. I'm honestly just trying to kind of stay out the way, make it difficult, have him see a crowd, and poke at the ball every once in a while, and don't get crossed over, and then rebound the basketball. I don't know what Jonathan Isaac is doing. He is in a league on his own. Defensively, I kind of leave him alone. Just do your thing, and we'll play off of you because he's just that good. It's incredible to watch and a lot of fun to be a part of.
Mo, you mentioned going on the road earlier, but what needs to happen for this to carry over onto the road?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you got to generate that energy on your own. It's a lot harder when you have bad starts. I think if you have undisciplined starts, it's hard to get out of that hole a little bit. And we need to define that and generate that energy by ourselves and hold each other accountable. Maybe have better starts. But I'm sure it will travel.
You mentioned that run at the end of the third quarter. Things seemed to be getting away before you guys went on that run. Where you guys find that energy or that resolve to get back into games and to kind of put the vice grips to take control as you head into the fourth quarter as games close?
I mean, I'll be honest, it's our job. It's sometimes it's fake it till you make it, and then like I said, trying to milk it. That's what we come in there for, trying to make it easier for that starting lineup to come back in the fourth quarter. Those last 3 to 4 minutes before the quarter ends are so huge. And obviously, if you can figure out a momentum swing on however you're trying to do that, it just helps out going into that break. So it's our job. Sometimes you fake it till you make it, and then it works. Then you get the crowd involved, and all of a sudden you got a momentum shift going on, and that's how easy it is. Sometimes it's a lot harder when you lack energy. What's up, buddy?
One more for Mo. Dan.
Mo, your brother is obviously carrying a huge part of the offensive load, but to see him do it on both ends, how impressive is it, what he's putting together right now?
Yeah, honestly, what I'm more surprised off that I'm not even surprised anymore. Like that's the even more impressive part, that I kind of assume that he's going to do that, and I don't really care how many 30 balls he drops because it's just so normal now. That's the even more incredible thing. Obviously, he has a different demeanor about himself, kind of stepped up here in those last 10 games with Paolo out, and you can see it in his day-to-day life. He's super locked in. I don't even talk to him about it because whatever he's doing is going great. And I'm very excited to be part of his team.
Thank you, Mo.
No worries.
Jay, throughout this homestand, you've held each team under 100 points. the fourth quarter you guys put together was extremely impressive on that end. What are you seeing from your group on the defensive end of the floor?
The want, the want to defend, the want to be physical, the want in the fourth quarter after a long game, you know what I'm saying, where they played well, to continue to, chopping wood and carrying water, and then they broke. You know what I'm saying? Because we kept it up through all 4 quarters. They were scoring. They were hitting some tough ones, you know what I'm saying? It's just how the game of basketball goes. But, we wore them down to get to the fourth quarter, and, we were still hounding, you know what I'm saying? And you saw the wear and tear that it took on them. So I just think it says a lot about everybody's character, everybody's will and, want to do the things that the coaches are, telling us defense, get out and run, play solid. And, the results are carrying. So how could you not, continue to follow those things?
Jalen, you missed your first 7 3-pointers, but the one you made put your team up 10 late in the fourth quarter. You hit some big free throws late, too. Where does that confidence come from shooting-wise, even with slow starts?
I get to watch Jet every day. And Jet, they'll never stop shooting. He reiterates that to me, never stop shooting. You know what I'm saying? So I carry that mindset, into my games. And, when the guys are continuing to feed you confidence, coaching staff, players alike, it feels good. It gives you that mental strength that, I can hit the next one. I'm going to hit the next one. You know what I'm saying? To continue shooting. And, that's what happened. Just staying the course, trying to ride the wave. It ain't always perfect, ain't always beautiful. But when the moment comes, you can't let prior mistakes, misses, prior flow of the game, affect what you have going on in your current moment. And I think that's what a lot of that was. So just trying to keep shooting, keep at it.
Kind of building on that, as a team, you guys seem to be kind of struggling a little bit offensively, and Philadelphia was able to raise ahead in that third quarter. What's in this team to be able to kind of turn the tide like you guys did in that third quarter, and then heading into the fourth? It seems like you guys do that fairly often.
Yeah. I think it shows the growth. Because before it was we'd get up, and in those runs we're letting teams back in games. You know what I'm saying? Or when those runs happen, we kind of look depleted. We get down on ourselves, and we can't bounce back from one of their runs. And I think we've been doing a great job in staying in the game. Never rattled, never going too far left or right. Anytime anybody does, me, Moe, AB, anybody on the squad, Mose, we're able to come back to center, and accomplish the task at hand, which is just winning the game every night. Regardless of how it looks, we want to come out and win. And staying together during those stretches is really important for us. It shows how mature everybody's gotten over the years, and I kind of love seeing that out of everybody, to be honest.
Jalen, you guys obviously hang your hat on your defensive end, but tonight you guys hold Joel Embiid and Paul George to 9 of 30 from the field. Whether it was AB, Franz, J.I., whoever it was defending those guys, what stuck out to you about their performance tonight?
It was so gritty, man. It was so gritty. Those are hard guys to defend, you know what I'm saying? They put a lot of pressure foul-wise on you, as well as making tough shots, you know what I'm saying, and excellent at getting to their spots. So with great guys like that, all you can do is show your presence, try and smother and make every bucket as tough as possible. And everybody did that. Again, everybody that stepped in the game, whether their offense was going or not, no matter how the flow of the game was, we were coming in and playing defense, and again, as you chop wood and carry water, as you put good energy out onto the floor, it'll return back to you in time, as long as you stay with it. And it did. We get to the third quarter, guys went on a great one, and we carried it into the fourth, that momentum. So a great way to end the road trip, man, against a tough veteran team. They're depleted, they're hurt, but playing against PG and Joel Embiid, you have a chance to win every night. You know what I'm saying? Those are two of the best guys who have played this game of our generation. So, you showed a lot of resiliency from everybody. Thank you, Jalen. Appreciate y'all.
Your group held every team during this homestand under 100 points. You did it again tonight, and especially in that fourth quarter, what are you seeing out of your group on the defensive end?
Yeah, I thought we, honestly, all night tonight, I thought we were really connected in half court. I thought the coaches had a great game plan too. And I thought our communication was good, our effort was good. It's not going to be perfect every time, especially, like Jalen said, playing against these, superstars. So, I thought everybody came in, had the right mindset. And, I think especially in that fourth, I think we got some turnovers or forced some turnovers, and we were able to play a little faster than we did in that first half.
Franz, it was another great game by you. It felt like in the second half you guys were going blow for blow, both you and Jared McCain. For a guy to be as young as he is, to go out there and score 29 points the way he did, especially this tear he's been on lately, what did you see from him, and just how impressed were you by him?
Yeah, man, he's tough. I think it's always, he's tough on the ball, but I think what makes him really tough is that, he's reach space and is dangerous when he's not with the ball too. And, you really can't lose him at any point in the possession. You got a couple like reload threes where he's spreading out just from the paint, and that's really, really hard to guard. So, I thought he played a really good game.
We've seen this team kind of bounce back from deficits, from periods where maybe you aren't hitting shots. It felt like Philadelphia got away from you guys a little bit in the third quarter. What does it say about this team to be able to reel a team like this back in and then just kind of dominate the fourth quarter like you guys have throughout the course of the season?
Yeah, I would say it shows a lot of growth. We've been in those situations before, and when we kind of just let it go, and I thought we did a good job. Like you said, just kind of regrouping, finding some huddles when it's a little chaotic out there, and I think our defense carried us in that second half.
Kind of playing off of Phil's question, you guys entered tonight with the league's best fourth quarter defense statistically. You guys hold Philadelphia to 14 points in the fourth quarter tonight. What did you like about the fourth quarter defense specifically, but what is it more about this team that when the fourth quarter comes around that you guys are able to be so connected defensively?
I think just locking in. We're not like changing anything, in the fourth. And we try to play really good all game, but I think I would say we kept them a little bit more out of transition. I think they had 16 fast break points in that first half, and we're really good in the half court defensively. So as the game got a little bit slower and they had to play in the half court, like I said, we got forced some turnovers, some tough shots, and like I said, that's I think when we're at our best.
Franz, obviously you're shouldering a lot of the scoring load right now without Paolo. You talked a few nights ago about an adjustment period for you. In the last 4 games now, you have 24 assists and just 3 turnovers. Can you talk about sort of how you've adjusted and kind of what that looks like for you now, being on the ball a lot more now than with Paolo?
Yeah, obviously, seeing a lot of these coverages over and over again, going over it in my head, knowing what the counters are to them. I think also, even if I made a couple shots in a row, not looking to score, just continue to be aggressive and, just be in that mindset where, you can improvise out there and not predetermine stuff. And I think that's when, as a player, that's when we get into a rhythm and, some of the stuff that you can predetermine or can plan for just kind of happens in the flow of the game, and that's also when it's the most fun.
Franz, we talked to your brother a little bit ago, and he said it's not surprising to him anymore the way you're playing, even with Paolo or without Paolo. But has it gotten old to play alongside him at this point at all?
Alongside Moe? No, not at all. Like every close relationship, I would say, if you're together a long time, you get to know each other really well and also know when to have your private space a little bit. I think that's super normal. No, but playing out there with him, it's honestly, it's worth taking a step back every once in a while and realizing how cool this situation is for both of us. And same thing that I just said, just kind of staying in that flow and enjoying the ride a little bit. And like I said, that's when it's the most fun. Thanks, Boogie. Thank you.